Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's time to kick off a new week here in the MLB on the payoff pitch live every single day, Monday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm, of course, Jason. He's, of course, the Hockey Squirrel. What is going on in any number one quick hits? What's on your mind there, man?
Let's see what I wrote down. Oh, yeah, NHL playoffs are today. Woo!
Well, I know
So
you're
that's
pumped
great.
about that. That's right.
For the Hockey Squirrel, that is awesome. So, yeah, round one starts today. And I would just like to kick off the show today with a reminder that I do have my own service over at hockeysquirrel.com. Playoffs start today, $60 a month, and the playoffs usually last about that long. So if it's something you're interested in and you want to just give it a shot for the 1 month, $60 at hockeysquirrel.com, and I'll have futures. I already have beaten some closing lines that even for tonight's games that you no longer can get, but if you want to get in on that, give it a thought. Other than that, 2-1 start to May. So yesterday was a winning day for me, and clean, fresh slate. I always like the start of a new month, and small slate today. Small slate today here, and but I think there's some things that I still like, despite not a ton of games.
Love to hear it. Get on over to thehockeysquirrel.com and check out that great information. Yeah, I'm with you. Killed it last week, or at least myself. Absolutely just crushed it. Small slate today, but I think there are a few good spots to go ahead and help everybody put some money in their pocket. So with that being said, second inning's called Around the Bases. We'll talk about a couple of games. We'll let the Squirrel go first. What's a game you want to go ahead and talk about?
Cool, yeah. I'm going to jump into the Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays, which I think is an interesting one. Pitching advantage I give to the Yankees with Jordan Montgomery against Ross Stripling. I'm not really a fan. But what also kind of drew me to the game was late last night, I was sitting up and sitting here like looking through some of my systems from last year and whatnot. I came across this one that said fade home underdogs early in the season. So I was like, okay, let's see how that's performing this year. So I look it up, and away teams that are favorites, so just over 100, plus or minus 100 this season, has gone 80 wins and 47 losses, good for 63% already, with an average line being minus 140. So even at that, if you're winning 63%, minus 140 implies 56%, somewhere in the vicinity. So, I mean, minus 150 is implied value of 60%. So it would be most likely a profitable system if you're winning at that degree. So getting the Yankees at minus 120, being an away favorite, would fit for being a system indicator if that's something that you like to play. But beyond that, if you're just looking at the stats, the Yankees, especially in the last 2 weeks, have absolutely been tearing it up, putting up the most amount of runs, I think the highest weighted on-base average, or one of them anyway, just absolutely stacking runs. However, what I want to bring up is the fact that the strength of schedule hasn't been the hardest for them, going against the Baltimore Orioles, going against the Detroit Tigers. One more that I don't think was ultimately, yeah, I think I said that one, didn't I?
You didn't, but it's fine.
Oh, what did I say the first one then? Anyway, I thought I said Baltimore Orioles, but...
No, I said Royals.
Yeah.
Royals.
Oh, okay, sorry. Orioles is what I meant to say then, and the Detroit Tigers, and I think there was one more, but they have...
Royals. I just said it for the fourth time. The team is called the Royals. They just smack their butt around all weekend.
Oh, that was the other... Okay. I thought you said Orioles, not Royals. Whatever, man. Anyways, regardless... They haven't played the strongest of teams, and they have already played the Toronto Blue Jays once, but it was at New York, at the Yankees field. They split that 2-2, and now they'll go on the road to Toronto. But I do like them to get it done at a minus 120 price. I don't think it's much to pay for a team that's been producing and, the system and the whole nine. So.
Love that right there. You're not scared, right? People see Blue Jays and get scared.
Why
not
would
you.
I be? No,
you bring the fire information. That's great details. Go ahead and back it up. You know who's got the number one batting average versus right-handed pitching? Last 10? It says New York Yankees. You're on it, man. That's a great play. New York Yankees, number one batting average, batting 301. Nobody else has a batting average over 300 but those New York Yankees. They get Ross Stripling today. Fantastic play by you right there. And you get the bullpen advantage. Guys know all the bullpen stats I rifle off, all the stats I rifle off. Yankees are better than the Blue Jays and all the great find right there, Squirrel. Love that. Yankees at -120. Let me go ahead and jump into one right here. If we're talking NRFIs today on today's show, boys, no run in that first inning. Diamondbacks versus Marlins. Super juicy. Super juicy. So you got to parlay it with something. Also parlay it with just the athletics only, not the full inning, just the athletics only NRFI. You can get that at -105. So to go ahead and repeat that, we're talking Diamondbacks, Marlins, full inning NRFI, parlaying them with the athletics only, not scoring the first inning, -105. Let's look at the Diamondbacks first. Got Zach Gallen on the mound, 3 starts, 0 runs, 0 hits. Hasn't even given up a hit in the first inning. Ooh, love this guy right here. 1 walk and 3 Ks. Pablo Lopez, he's on the mound there for the Marlins. Same great thing with Gallen. 4 starts, 0 runs, 2 hits, 4 Ks, 2 walks. Diamondbacks and Marlins ranked 27th and 29th in runs scored in the first inning. So 2 great pitchers. They've been outstanding. 2 offenses that clearly can't get it done. Love it. Let's talk about this athletics piece here for a second. Rays are throwing Drew Rasmussen on the mound. That should be music to our ears. We've only tailed him twice and gotten 2 cashes, so love that. Obviously, he's gone 4 starts, 0 runs, 3 hits, 2 Ks. So love backing Drew Rasmussen. Done that twice. We'll gladly do it again. And then, of course, that Diamondbacks NRFIs, it just screams NRFI all day. I thought that was the easiest one on the board. There's a reason it's super juicy, and you either, if it's above your cutoff, got to find something to parlay with, or if it's not, just play it alone. There's a good reason. So love that one right there. What's another game you want to talk about, Squirrel?
A lot of them. A lot of them, really. But, man, I don't think I can really get there with Odorizzi, even though I don't think we've seen Altuve for a little while now in the Astros lineup, have we? Yeah. And they are at home where the trash cans are plentiful. But I think for 15 points less, do we go against Max Fried and take the Mets at home? I mean, you get another home team with great bullpen, great offensive production for 15 points less, and Chris Bassett, which I think I would trust more on the mound than Jake Odorizzi. I think I backed Odorizzi at least twice and got absolutely burned by doing so. With now he sits at a 6 ERA. I think you might be better off taking the Mets at home for 15 points less, even though you have to go against Max Fried, which I would think is better than Marco Gonzalez.
You're mixing 2 games up. The Mets don't have Marco, or wait, unless you're confusing me.
Houston Astros are playing Seattle.
Oh, so you're taking the Mets? I guess I'm confused. I'm
looking at the Mets. Yeah, I think for 15 points less, you're getting another home team with great offense and a great bullpen. I was just kind of comparing the games. I think they both could potentially be good spots for home teams, but for better pitching and better bullpen and still home team with great offensive production, I think I would roll the Mets, even against Max Fried.
I'm with you right there. Mets all day. There's one team in baseball that's won all 7 of their series to open the season. So those Mets. They're the only team that's won all 7 series. They're a really good team, so I like that. Sorry to confuse you there. I was confused, and I'm sorry. Apologize for that.
Good. No. Well, if you're confused, probably the viewer was too. So clear that one up. But, yeah, New York Mets, I think they're -115, so I just feel like you're getting a better price for what it is.
Let's go ahead and talk about your hometown team there in the Twins. They're going up against these Orioles. I like Twins F5 team total over 1.5 runs. Shocked that we got this at 1.5 and -140. Whatever. It's better than paying 2.5 and having some plus money if they're going to give me 1 less run. So
so we only have to get 2 runs in the first 5 innings for the bet to cash?
Yeah. I was
at -140. Are you joking?
Shocked.
Why is that not your steal? Is it?
I got a better steal. I told you this slate is good, fellas. We're putting money in your pocket today, fellas. There's a better steal. Yeah, this one's a steal too. I mean, could have had multiple ones.
I'll have to hop on that. I didn't see it, so glad you brought that up.
Just do the same thing like the viewers doing right now. They're locking it on their phone. Pull your phone out, lock it in. Twins F5 team total over 1.5. Twins got that 4th best batting average versus right-handed pitching, hitting 263. They got the 5th most doubles, 11th least Ks. And Tyler Wells' 4 starts. He's given up at least 2 runs in 3 of those 4 starts. He's given up 14 hits, actually, in his 13 innings pitched. That's terrible. Allowing a 280 opponent's batting average with how hot these Minnesota Twins bats are coming in. His K per 9 is only at 6.9, so he's not going to miss any of these Twins bats. They're at least going to hit it, and then I suspect them to hit some damage. The Twins also have the 5th most runs scored in the first inning. They've been one of the best RFI teams all season long. This guy's allowing 280 batting average. They're going to jump all over him. So, yeah, 2 runs through 5 innings. Lock it in, boys, at -140. Let's go ahead now and shut up. We've talked long enough. Let's give these people some pitching props. I know we've talked before the show, and there's one game that we love. Do you want to talk about that one game that we love?
Sure, absolutely, because I actually did something with both pitchers in the same exact game, and I'm going to roll with Zach Gallen and Pablo Lopez both. I think you could take either or both to go over the strikeout total of 5.5. I think you got a significantly better line than I did because you got it last night, I think, but still, I think both these guys are sitting at minus 110 to go over 5.5. If I had to make a lean, however, I would prefer the offense of Miami. So therefore, Pablo Lopez may be the better one against, the bats of Arizona. But if you look at Zach Gallen's stats, man, he held it down even against the LA Dodgers. I think the Mets or something. I mean, there's some of these crazily high batting average teams, and he's allowed 0 or 1 run. Is crazy low ERA for both guys so far through 3 games for Pablo, especially. Going 3-0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually love that. So you think Pablo is the better of those two? I'm going to go ahead and agree with you because that's the one I've actually going to bet. That's the one I betted at plus 110. Gallen's at minus 110, like you said, so they're both kind of right there. But for Lopez, it was all about cashing in 3 of his 4 starts. And it was all about getting the Diamondbacks, who have the most Ks versus right-handed pitching. It's kind of like the stats made a decision for me. The Diamondbacks are K'ing every 3.6 at-bats. You're talking a K an inning. This guy should go, 5 certainly at least. I think he'll touch 6. And with this Diamondbacks team K-ing the most, I think it's right there. Squirrel touched on Zach Gallen, so I'll let it pass. The only thing I'll add to Zach Gallen is the Diamondbacks have the most Ks versus right-handed pitching. The Marlins have the second most Ks versus right-handed pitching, so you really can't go wrong with taking Gallen or Lopez today. I think you're right on. I'm going to go ahead and give out another one, though. Steven Matz, under 5.5 Ks at minus 130. Only cashed in 1 of his 4 starts so far this season. The Pirates been pretty good against left-handed pitching. They're only getting, or sorry, not the Pirates. They're going up against the Royals. This is what I've been saying. The Royals, they only K every 6.2 at bats. Let's look at the teams that he's played. Reds are 3.3, Mets are 4.2, Brewers are 3.3, and the Pirates are 3.7. So, I mean, the Royals are K'ing only 6.2, so significantly better than all 4 of those teams. No reason why he should have 6+ Ks up against this great Royals team. Nice, disciplined team. So, Steven Matz under 5.5 Ks for me at minus 135. Did you have another one? Or
no, I was just rolling with those 2 pitchers for now. I really think you could do both, honestly, or either, but Pablo Lopez against probably, like you said, the higher strikeout rate of the Diamondbacks is something I like. So,
all right, 4th inning. We'll give these people a long shot. What dog do you think can get a victory today?
So I'm a little bit confused as to why the Royals are so high against Steven Matz. I don't know if it's just because purely the offensive production of the Cardinals because they're at home, but you get Zach Greinke against the St. Louis Cardinals. And last night when I was taking a look at it, I think they were around plus 150. Now they're plus 140, so the line's coming down. I think all the money was over the St. Louis Cardinals, and I just wasn't necessarily totally understanding it. I saw that the overall ERA for the entire team as a whole wasn't very good. I mean, it was probably in the top 5-ish, roughly. But I don't know. I mean, I think it's doable for the Royals, really. And the line's moving the right way. I don't know if there's something that I'm missing, if there's something maybe you saw, but 160 seems a little excessive for the Cardinals today with Steven Matz, especially.
I'm with you. I thought that was probably the best long shot of the board. I think you've said it really well. It's a small slate, so it's really small pickings. I thought maybe the best one would be against the Diamondbacks, maybe taking down the Marlins because they do have Gallen. You guys remember last week we did that series parlay. It was the Gallen who was able to knock off the Dodgers there in Game 3. It was a good thing we obviously put in the hedge, so we got a cash. We're not mad, but Gallen's a really good pitcher. He's their ace. You see teams all the time when their ace is on the mound. It's like, let's go get the win, boys. Like this is our shot for the next 5 days to get a win. Let's go do it. So I would also look at the Diamondbacks against the Marlins, but I think Squirrel's on the better one there by taking the Royals to knock off the Cardinals there.
I am, huh?
Yeah. All right, keep swinging. You got any guys that are going to do some damage today at the plate?
I was looking at a guy to not do damage, but I think he's not even starting now that I look. I was looking at Teoscar Hernandez, but I don't see that he's starting actually. George Springer only has 1 hit on 7 at-bats against Jordan Montgomery. I struggled a little bit with batting today. But I have a great steal to make up for it, at least in the next one. So if you want to go ahead, I'll kind of scan here if you want to kick that one off maybe in the bats just a little bit.
Okay, I got some guys that the viewers can keep an eye on for. Jeff McNeil, there of the New York Mets, 7 for 20 against Fried with 3 doubles. DJ LeMahieu there of the Yankees, 7 for 22 up against Ross Stripling. All of them are singles, so not getting any damage, but you just need over 0.5 hits. That's fine. He's been doing good. Nolan Arenado is 24 for 80 against Greinke. So you want to talk about of these guys who's obviously got the biggest sample size. Probably Arenado there. 0 home runs. Interesting enough, though, 80 at-bats. Hasn't able to hit a home run. But anyways, I think your best bet is to do Arenado and LeMahieu. Of those 3 players, drop those 2 in a parlay of over 0.5 hits at plus 102. So if you're going to do it, I would do LeMahieu and Arenado. The other thing to just keep an interesting note is Marco Gonzalez is on the mound there for the Mariners. We talked about him, I think it was now 2 weeks ago when he went up against these Astros. We talked about doing a same-game parlay. You obviously would have lost that parlay. Gonzalez was on his game. We know what you know, it's going to favor the hitters, right? You're going to see him now about a week and a half later. The Astros should have the advantage, and they still have all these excellent, great batting averages. So maybe if you're interested in doing a same-game parlay, we know those profit boosts are out there. If you're interested, I think the Astros hitters could be a good one.
How about Corey Dickerson of the St. Louis Cardinals against Greinke? 3 hits on 22 at-bats. To go under a hit is plus 175.
Plus 170. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
So I guess maybe I'll roll with that then for my bet. But I do have a great steal.
As I grab my phone to bet this steal, what is it, my man? Hit me with it.
Dude, I'm doing something we've never done before, but I was like scrolling through, and it's actually a game tomorrow.
Oh.
Am I allowed to do that?
Sure.
Am I allowed to do that?
It's a small slate. What do you got? People love value on the show. That's what we're here for. Give people value and winners. What's the value?
Down, the projection is Carlos Rodon to be pitching against the LA Dodgers, but the Giants are plus 155 right now with Rodon on the mound against the Dodgers.
Don't like it.
Does that seem...
Don't
like it.
Last year I cashed because last year it was the Giants who were plus money against those Dodgers. You're talking relatively the same 2 teams, some additions, obviously some subtractions, but relatively the same. I just made too much money off the Giants last season, and it was really up against these Dodgers when they would go into them every single time as a dog, and all they would do was beat up on the Dodgers. So I want no part of that, but I like it.
Did you hear the bet? Giants are plus 155.
Oh, I think you said Dodgers. Oh, my bad. Yeah,
no,
grab
Giants,
it.
Giants are 155 against the Dodgers with Carlos Rodon on the mound. That seems ridiculously too high.
Grab it.
Yeah, okay. You misheard then, I think. Unless I misspoke. But Giants plus 155 tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central.
I think my brain's still in Detroit. Being drowned with all the alcohol I just went through the last 4 days. Yeah, no, I love that.
Giants plus 155 tomorrow. That's like, to me, that's great. There's no way that's sitting there until game time.
No. Love that steal. That's a great one. I actually like that angle you did. I've got a steal. Same steal I gave out last weekend. You guys remember, or last week. Zach Greinke under 1.5 walks. Remember we talked about it. It was at even money. We may have seen that bet for the last time at even money because today you got to pay minus 120. I'm going to go ahead and jump on it, though, this time. We kind of talked about it last week, so I won't dwell on it too much, but it obviously cashed in that start, so now it's cashed in all of his starts. You know? Yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. We really went in depth on this guy last week when I had it as a really strong lean. It didn't quite make my card just because I had trying to keep my volume low last week. Yeah, it made my card today. Zach Greinke under 1.5 walks at minus 120 over at BetUS. Go get that one at minus 120 over at BetUS. We got it coming to a stretch. We got to give these people our best bet of the day. Mine's already been repeated. It's that NRFI parlay. Just a small slate, guys. You know we don't really like to repeat games through innings, but small slate. My best bet's at NRFI. What about for you?
Yeah, I really like the Yankees at that minus 120. With the way that the away favorites have been hitting, so that supports it. I think the pitching matchup of Montgomery is a little bit better, and the way that the Yankees have been absolutely just racking up runs. The only concern is, I guess, the strength of schedule, and we're going to see how they pull it off against the Blue Jays, but they're already 2-2 against them so far at home, so we'll see how they fare on the road.
Love it right there. All right, 8th inning, safer out. I didn't see any promos on this early Monday morning. Did you?
Last night I was looking at something cool that I thought would fit here. Saw like a game parlays tab or something. Anyway, there was like you can parlay the first 5 innings and the money line, and there were some like crazy high underdog odds on some of these. So like, suppose you liked an underdog and you wanted to put a little bit that, I mean, if they were just going to lead the entire game, if you took like the Royals and parlayed it with the first 5 and the money line, like I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't know particularly what game I would do that on. I mean, maybe the Royals, I don't know, but
Okay.
I mean, dude, you can get some like plus 1,200 type odds or whatever for doing so. I don't know, like I didn't calculate it all out and see what like the statistics of it really were, of it, like the chances of it happening. So I don't know if it's valuable, but it just seemed like an interesting proposition to me.
Love it. Yeah, BetUS has that called double result. I love that. So jump over to BetUS and bet that double result. Great value right there. Fantastic value. Love it. All right, 8th or 9th inning closer. Then we'll hit these people with a rapid fire. Let's give these people our bets. Why don't you go ahead and what you got here? You got Yankees money line. There it is.
Simple, just simple. Yankees money line. That's honestly that's all I gave out to my members because I'm really more interested and intrigued with the hockey slate. Right, I'm looking at. I mean, you got some fantastic matchups. You got the Lightning and the Leafs are going at it today. The Kings and the Oilers are going at it. Dude, it's just, I don't know. I'm really excited for hockey. So I caught some early value there, and that's been really the majority of my focus. So that honestly is the only members bet that I gave out for baseball so far. Today was the Yankees money line, but after this show, I'm kind of liking a few other things I may add to it, to be honest.
Nice. Can't wait to hear about you crushing that hockey. Let's go ahead and give my bets. I'm doing that Greinke under 1.5 walks at minus 120. Twins F5 team total over 1.5. No idea why we got that at 1.5. I was going to buy it at 2.5 for plus money. So if you watch a show and it's gone to 2.5, just bet it. Lopez over 5.5 Ks at plus 110. And, of course, the NRFI parlay. Diamondbacks, Marlins, full inning NRFI. Within the Athletics, just take them only. Just the Athletics only. And you can get that parlay at minus 105. All right, rapid fire time. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Royals and Cardinals here. This is live lines at BetUS, guys. Live lines, BetUS. Royals, Cardinals over under 7. Royals plus 140. Cardinals minus 160. We both like the Royals, but what about over under of 7? I would go over 7. What about for you?
I would too. I don't think Steven Matz is that great, and I think the St. Louis offense is good enough to put up runs. So, yeah, I would go over.
Angels and White Sox coming in. Angels are dogs at plus 120. White Sox at minus 140 with an over-under of 7.5. You got Sandoval going up against Cease here. Boy, I would lean White Sox. I would do White Sox.
Yep, I would too. Absolutely. Minus 140, but yeah, I mean, if we're just looking for a win, I think that's what I would do.
Diamondbacks Marlins are up next with an over-under of 6.5, guys. That's how little amount of run scores you're going to get in this game. Diamondbacks are dogs at plus 140. I like those dogs with Gallen on the mound at plus 140.
Yeah, I don't want to pay minus 160, but I think that the Marlins win, so I think the only playable option is for me to do the total. 6.5 feels scary to go that low, but I think I probably would just play the under, I guess. I mean, there's a reason that line's so low.
Yep. Over on BetUS, we got Twins and Orioles are up next with an over-under of 7.5. Twins are favored at minus 145. Orioles come in at plus 125. To me, it's an easy over because Paddock can easily contribute to that over. So I would go over 7.5 pretty easily.
Yeah, I would hop on the 140 price or whatever, 145 of the Twins. I'd just take the money line. I think they win.
You like the Yankees at minus 120 with an over-under of 8.5. Blue Jays are at even money. I would more than likely follow you on that Yankees. I like that. I like that at minus 120. Braves and Mets, you like the Mets at minus 115. I also like the Mets at minus 115. Team just wins. You can even get their series price. We did that bet last week, guys. You can get Mets to win the series at plus 195. Haven't lost a series yet. Maybe just sprinkle a little bit on the Mets just to pull off a series win. So Mariners and Astros are up next. Gonzalez versus Odorizzi, over under of 9. Hey, Gonzalez makes this one tough. I'll tell my viewing audience, or tell the audience right now, I'm looking for pitching props on Gonzalez. While he does go deep into games, he's coming off that wrist injury. You guys remember we cashed under 17.5 outs. He only pitched 11 pitches in that. So I don't think he's going to have a long leash. Coming off an injury, maybe just ease him back to like 70, 80. So if we get an outs of, like he's expected to go a full game, boy, maybe go ahead and jump on that under. So make sure you're giving us a follow on Twitter because I'm waiting for this Marco Gonzalez line to come out. So otherwise, it's Astros at minus 135. He got lucky last time to escape those Astros bats. He got to get lucky twice.
Yeah, I mean, I can't get away from the Astros, dude.
Right.
I would take them, but Odorizzi freaks me out just a tad, so I think maybe just stay away from it. I don't know.
Rays and Athletics are up next. Not sure who's betting the Athletics these days at plus 140. Rays are at minus 160. Over under of 6.5. Take the over. They're gonna beat up these Athletics. The Rays get the full 9 innings to bat. They're the away team, so over, easy.
For sure. I don't like the 160. Would you entertain the idea of a run line on the Rays here?
Yeah. What is that, plus money? Let me check. Let me see.
Plus 115. Let's see.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah. Plus, run line's a better play. You're right, Squirrel. That's better.
I'll probably play that. So.
All right, guys, there's the Monday edition show. Real quick note here about Tuesday's show. My son has an orientation. I think my wife told me 9 to 10:30. I think that's what she told me. If she told me 9 to 10:30, that means the show will be a touch late because I'm going to drive home from school. So I'll announce it on Twitter. Hope is we're here at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, but could just be a little touch, maybe a little bit closer to noon Eastern time tomorrow. But we'll find out. I'll let you guys know, and we'll make sure we give you guys winners. That's the most important thing. Guys, appreciate you guys joining. Another great day of all the comments. Looks like you guys got some good winners in that comment section. We even got a Minnesota parlay, Twins and Wild tonight in the comment section. So go Twins,
Hey,
go
can I
Wild.
tell you something?
Yeah,
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go. I like Minnesota, man. Somebody, the woodworker guy, he had mentioned that the Blues are the dark horse pick. I've been seeing articles come out and whatnot talking about the St. Louis Blues and they can win. And I mean, really, it's anybody's game, but I don't know if I really see them winning the Stanley per se. I'm not even sure that I really see them getting past the Wild. So that's my 2 cents about that. But Wild will open it up at home tonight. I think it's going to be a great game, and I would not mind a Minnesota parlay today.
Love it. Love it. Minnesota parlay. All right, guys. Enjoy your Monday. Let's all have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic start to this week. Let's put some coin in our pocket. We'll help you do that, and we'll help you do it again tomorrow on the payoff pitch. Have a good one, everybody.
See you later.